So I think one of the confusing parts of the cap table is there's many different types of securities that can be on a cap table. A security is just a way to represent ownership. So if you buy a share within Tesla, a public company, you own a part of Tesla, and that is a security. So there's 5 main types of securities when it comes to a cap table for startups. The first one is shares. So I think this one is the most common one. Shares are something that a founder can own, employees can own, investors can own. There's 2 types of shares. One is preferred and one is common. Typically, investors get preferred shares and employees get common shares. The second type is a restricted stock award. A restricted stock award is actually very similar to a share. The only difference is that typically there's restrictions on the stock award. So this is why it's called restricted. The restrictions tend to be vesting based. So like if you get 1 million shares, they may be subject to 4-year vesting, where a quarter of the shares vest in year 1 and then a percentage vests every single month after that. And then the other type of security is an option. So an option is also given out of an employee equity plan. An option is different than both a restricted stock award and a share because it's not actually a share. What an option does is it gives you the right to be able to buy shares in a company, but it's not shares today. So in order to get shares out of your options, you have to first exercise your options. And exercising your options means actually paying for those options in order to get shares. A warrant is very similar to an option, but is for an investor. So options typically are for employees, warrants are given to investors. Kind of the last category is safes and convertible notes. Safes and convertible notes are different financial instruments that allows an investor to be able to be able to purchase buy a percentage of your company. What a share and a convertible note is basically like a promise of a future equity. So what SAFE stands for is security for future equity. And a convertible note is similar to like a debt instrument for future equity. And the reason that you would do SAFE and convertible note versus just selling directly shares is that it's faster. These are a standardized set of documents that you can issue when you're raising just a small amount of money in order to quickly fundraise.